So welcome once again. In this video lesson, now we will know about moving coil galvanometer. So moving coil galvanometer is actually a device, instrument which is used to measure and to detect current in a circuit. So this is a device which is used to detect the current in a circuit and to measure the current in a circuit. And this actually is designed based on the concept of that torque experienced by a current carrying coil in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, so the topic is moving coil galvanometer. Moving coil galvanometer. In short, we can write it as MCG. First, we have to write what is this. So, moving coil galvanometer is a device used to detect and to measure electric current in a circuit. So this is the device. Now the principle. MCG means moving coil galvanometer is based on the principle that a current carrying coil in a uniform magnetic field experience a torque the magnitude of torque depends on the current. So the torque can be used to measure current in the circuit because torque depends on current. Okay, so this is the principle behind it. Now what we have to do, we have to design it in such a way that there is a uniform magnetic field and the coil is placed in that magnetic field in such a way that coil always experience maximum torque, and the torque deflects the coil, and if we can measure the deflection, then in terms of deflection we can measure current. This is the basic idea behind the design of a moving coil galvanometer. Okay, so now I am just talking about construction part. Construction. So we have specially designed magnetic pole pieces, hemispherical in shape. So this is north pole, this is south pole. So this is hemispherically shaped magnetic pole. One is north pole, one is south pole, and in this region there is a uniform magnetic field produced by this magnetic poles. Okay, now there is a coil which is wrapped on a spherical core or on a cylindrical core. either spherical or cylindrical. I am drawing here the spherical core, and the coil is wrapped on it n number of turns, and this is suspended through a phosphor bronze thread with the help of a torsion head. This is torsion head. This thread is phosphor bronze. Thread. The speciality behind this phosphor bronze thread is it is almost twist free. So there is no twist in that thread. So when you suspend a coil, it remains like this. If you have using a thread with some twist, so because of the twist that coil turns. So to avoid that turn because of the twist, we have used this phosphor bronze thread. Okay. There is a plane mirror also fitted in. Plane mirror. And purpose of this plane mirror is to measure deflection. So when this coil rotates, the mirror also deflects, and with the help of a ray of light, the deflection can be measured by lamp and scale arrangement. Okay, for that purpose, there is a plane mirror. Now come to the next part. The two ends of the wire can be connected to a circuit where we have to measure current. So when current passes through this coil in the magnetic field, it experiences a torque, and that maximum torque is given by the formula we have done in the previous video. Torque is equal to NBIA. This is maximum torque. And because of this torque, the coil deflects. And this deflection of the coil is opposed by this torsion head, which is used here at the top. So the current deflects the coil, torsion head opposes that deflection. Then at the equilibrium condition, the torque produced by the current and the torque by the torsion head are equal and opposite, so they balance each other. Okay, so we'll write it further. So this is the construction part. So we have a pole pieces N and S to produce magnetic field. Now you see why this specially designed pole pieces are taken. So if you draw magnetic field lines comes from the surface normal to it, perpendicular to it, and as it is hemispherical, so they are coming radially and goes to another radially. So hemispherical pole pieces are used to produce radial magnetic field. Radial magnetic field. And what is the importance of this radial magnetic field? The lines of force are entering to the coil in such a way that the direction of magnetic field and the plane of the coil is such that the torque is always maximum for any orientation. So it makes no difference for the torque when the coil is rotating like this, or like this. So for any orientation, the torque is always maximum. This is the importance of radial magnetic field. Okay? So importance of radial magnetic field is for any orientation of torque is always maximum, and this we need actually, because we want to apply the formula of maximum torque, that is NBIA. So this is the importance of radial magnetic field, and radial magnetic field is obtained by specially designed hemispherical pole pieces. Okay, now come to the calculation part. So I have to write everything. First I am writing I is the current, A is area of coil, then N is number of turns, B is magnetic field, right, and C is couple per unit twist of torsion head, and theta is deflection in the coil. Okay. So when current is passed through that coil, the coil gets deflected because of a torque, okay, and that is called deflecting torque. So deflecting torque by current, it is NBIA, and this torque is opposed by the torsion head. So torsion head is also applying a torque in the opposite direction. The name is restoring torque, and it is restoring torque by torsion head. It is C into theta. If theta is the deflection, and for unit twist the moment, the torque is C, that is couple. So C into theta is actually total torque applied by the torsion head in the opposite direction. So this is question number 2. And at equilibrium, both are same. NBIA is C into theta. So I is equal to C upon NBA into theta. C upon NBA is called galvanometer constant. Because C, that is couple per unit twist, that is the property of the torsion head. N, number of turns, property of that galvanometer. B, strength of magnetic field, the galvanometer. A, area of the coil. So C upon NBA is fixed for a specific galvanometer. That is what is called galvanometer constant, denoted by K. K caches. So this I is equal to K theta, that is I proportional to theta. This is your principle of galvanometer. So if we measure theta, then by multiplying that theta by K, we can measure current. So this is the way to measure current, right? So we can change the design. This is suspended, or we can make some pointer like thing. So the deflection can be made directly, and we can measure the angle also. That is called pivoted type. Pivoted type galvanometer, in which we are not suspending the coil, but it is fixed on a pin point, and deflection can be made. That is pi wave type. Okay. So now after this we have to know current sensitivity. Current sensitivity of galvanometer is given by the formula theta by I. It is current sensitivity. So the deflection by unit current. Actually it is deflection by unit current. So if we flow 1 ampere current to a galvanometer, then the deflection in the galvanometer, then that theta upon I is 1. So theta in that particular situation is called its current sensitivity. Now you see here, if you want to write theta upon I is 1 by k. So it is equal to 1 by k. And what is k? It is C upon NBA. So here we can write it as NBA upon C. So current sensitivity of galvanometer depends on number of turns, strength of magnetic field, area of the coil, and couple per unit twist. NBA directly proportional and C inversely proportional. So if we want to increase the sensitivity, we have to decrease C. If we want to increase the sensitivity, we have to increase N, we have to increase B, we have to increase A. Right? So we can make the galvanometer more sensitive by changing these parameters. Now the second term is voltage sensitivity. Voltage sensitivity, it is theta by V, and this can be written as theta by IR, where R is resistance of wire, coil, and theta by is current sensitivity. So upon R. So voltage sensitivity is equal to current sensitivity upon R, if R is the resistance of the coil, right? So current sensitivity is deflection by 1 ampere, okay? But there is another term known as figure of merit. Figure of merit defines the value of current required to produce unit deflection, right? So this is the current required to produce unit deflection. Right? So there is a slight difference between current sensitivity and figure of merit. Current sensitivity means it is the deflection by unit current, and figure of merit of galvanometer, it is the current which is required to produce unit deflection. Okay? So this is everything so far as your moving coil galvanometer is concerned. And this is very, very important for your board examination, 5 marks. So you can have that describe the principal working of a moving coil galvanometer and importance of radial field or current sensitivity, voltage sensitivity, and figure of merit. So out of this we can get a 5 marks question, and numericals are also asked in the board examination. So that's all for this video lesson, moving coil galvanometer. Thank you.